Ever wonder why some people just seem difficult? You've tried being empathetic and understanding, but sometimes it feels like you're just excusing their actions, that you feel like they're walking all over you. What if you could finally understand difficult people without ever condoning their behavior? What if you can transform how you interact with them, giving yourself power without excusing a darn thing, so you can navigate challenging situations with clarity and confidence? Hello, lovelies. Welcome back to Evolve with Alana. And for those of you who are new here, hi, I'm Alana. By you clicking on this video, I already know that you are well on your way on your personal development journey. Whether that journey started out by you trying to feel a little better about yourself, or if you just were looking to make a few extra dollars, you are already on your way to becoming your ideal self. But I also know one more thing. Like me, you also have found some of the new concepts that have been introduced to you a little confusing, maybe a little difficult to meld with your everyday life. And that's what this channel is all about. It's all about powerful spiritual insights and their balance with practical principles and how they meld together into creating your ideal life. Now, if that sounds good for you, click on that little subscribe button down below. Now, without any further ado, let's get back to the video. Today, we are diving into a big one. How to handle difficult people with empathy without turning into a doormat. Yes, balance is possible. And honestly, when you learn how to blend empathy with strong boundaries, it feels like unlocking a life cheat code. People sometimes call highly empathetic folks empaths, almost like it's a superpower. And in many ways, it is. But just like any superpower, if you don't learn to manage it, it can drain you instead of helping you. So today, we're going to talk about how to use empathy in a way that protects your peace, reduces stress, and makes you feel more empowered, not more exhausted. So, let's start with the basics. What even is empathy? Empathy is the ability to understand what someone else is feeling or where they're coming from, even if you don't agree with them. It's not taking on their emotions, fixing their problems, or letting them walk all over you. It's simply understanding the why behind their behavior so you can respond from a grounded place instead of reacting out of frustration. A lot of people confuse empathy with being overly accommodating, but they're not the same thing. Empathy gives you clarity, not chaos. Now, difficult people, they can aggravate your very last nerve. Maybe they're defensive, passive aggressive, demanding, or just emotionally draining. And when someone acts like that, your brain instantly goes into fight, flight, or freeze mode. But here's the thing. 1, difficult is a label for behavior, not a fixed personality trait. And 2, difficult behavior usually says more about them than it does about you. Understanding this doesn't excuse their action. It just helps you stop taking it personally. And when you stop taking it personally, you can get your power back. All right, let's talk about how to actually use empathy in these situations without losing yourself. First thing, start by observing, not absorbing. Notice their behavior, like you're watching a movie. Notice what is really happening here. What is triggering this? You're curious, not reactive. Second, validate their emotions, not their behavior. For example, you could say, I see where you're really frustrated right now. Here, you're acknowledging their experience, not saying that their behavior is okay. 3, ask grounding questions. Try something like, help me understand what you need right now. It shifts the conversation from chaos to clarity. These small shifts soften tension because people feel seen. But again, being understanding does not mean you do everything they say. Now, here's the part that everyone worries about. How do you stay empathetic and hold your ground? Now, here's the key. Boundaries. Boundaries are not walls, they're clarity. You can say, I hear you, and here's what I can do. Or, I understand why you're upset, but I'm not available for a conversation that gets disrespectful. Empathy opens doors for connection. Boundaries keep the house from burning down. When you combine the two, you show up calm, confident, and self-respectful. And most importantly, others adjust to the standard that you set. When you learn to understand behavior without excusing it, everything gets lighter. You stop absorbing everyone's emotions. You stop internalizing every conflict. And you start showing up with clarity, not confusion. Difficult people don't magically disappear, but your relationship with them changes. And that's where the power is. So remember, empathy is a strength, not a weakness. And when you pair it with healthy boundaries, you become someone who can navigate conflict without losing yourself. If this resonated with you, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with someone who might need it. And let me know in the comments, what kind of difficult behavior tests your patience the most? Until next time, bye-bye.